Hello, everybody. It's Daniel from Tam Integration. It is April 5th, 2022, and I would like to talk to you about the goddess a little bit. Have you heard the good news about the goddess? Robin asked me to speak about the Great Mother and the Divine Feminine in honor of the deep dive, the women's deep dive that she's offering with Jean and Huggy. It looks great. I wish I could take it, but alas. But maybe you can. So I want to tell a story of the goddess Durga, one of my favorite stories. Because it speaks of the power of community. It speaks of the power of resilience and of dignity and grace. So the way the story goes is that there's a demon, he's a buffalo demon, and he represents everything that is low and foul. Sloth and torpor and hatred and wrath. He's misogynist too. So the way he gained all his power, he got a boon from Brahma. It's happened, these things happen. And he asked for all this power, and he asked that he would be immortal. And Brahma says, no, everything that's born must die. And so he says, okay, I want it so that I can only be killed by a woman, because he thought that there'd be no way that a woman could ever actually kill him, right? But there was. And the way it happened is, he was causing all of this trouble, mucking about, quite literally. And all of the gods and goddesses, Lakshmi and Durga and Shiva and Vishnu, Indra, and all the like, Aditi, Devi, um, all got together and decided that they were going to sort of put their energy together and create this mega warrior goddess. This is a community effort, right? Kind of like an integration circle. It's like things we can't solve on our own, we can solve together, perhaps. And so Durga is an integration circle, I guess is what I'm trying to tell you. And so she got energy from everybody else, right? And so this is why she carries lots of different weapons. She has Shiva's trident and Vishnu's mace and so on and so forth. And she's gorgeous, splendid, radiant, and she goes into battle on a lion. Some stories it's a lion, some stories it's a tiger. Doesn't matter, but it's graceful. Again, sort of even male big cats have a sort of a feminine grace to them, if you will. And so there's something there about the kind of the fluidity and the energy of the big cat. And so she strides out onto the battlefield, and all of the demons in the Buffalo Demon's army are so spellbound and transfixed, they find her irresistible, and they just fling themselves at her. And as they fling themselves at her, they become impaled on her weapons, and they just become eviscerated, and they die. And the thing is that as she gets splattered with the blood of all of these demons, she becomes more powerful and more beautiful, right? And so there's this kind of cycle that is happening, this compound interest. And because as she becomes more beautiful, more demons are attracted to her faster. And the process goes on until she's hardly lifted a finger, but she's killed all of the demons. And then she has the battle with the buffalo demon, and she makes short work of him as well. And so cool, right? It's not a complicated metaphor. Right? So again, we have the power of community to create an energy that is capable of facing really, really dark things, facing demonic energy, facing all of the things that are, I guess in 12-step program, you call them character defects, sin, perhaps, in some traditions, your karmas. And so what we see is that when we show up for these things with beauty and grace and dignity and poise and contained energy and love, that we are able to make short work of these things. And that the more we do this, the more that we are able to do it again and do it again and do it again, right? And we become, more powerful and more beautiful the whole time. I feel like you guys are getting more beautiful just the longer I look at you through the screen. Uh, so the other thing that is important to note is that just because we're in a good place spiritually, just because we're strong and beautiful and powerful, does not mean the challenges are not going to come our way. So sometimes it even seems that when we're in a good place, the challenges become more intense. And it seems like maybe we can't do anything about them, but we can, and we do. And so this works. This is a great metaphor for life, both in and out of psychedelic spiritual work. It's a beautiful story, and again, it's simple. Uh, it's not too much to it, but it's good. It's something good to keep in your heart when things are challenging, or when you're really feeling yourself and you're ready to go out and have your own spiritual battles. And so again, I encourage you to check out Jean's class, Robin's class, Huggy's class, the three of them. 6 weeks, starting next week in April. And also the Integration Jam is in May. So check out the Integration Jam. They'll be part of it there too. And you can find that at integrationjam.com, and you can find the deep dive at tamintegration.com. And many blessings, much love, much gratitude.